Hello. Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, which means it is time for trash talk. Now, last week I wasn't able to show you the page because we went over my flea market finds instead. So I'll show you the page I did for last week, and then we'll get into our trash. So I just used the chips for the page, and then I used the kettle chips for decoration. The other two snacks were decoration. And then instead of using, remember I was going to use this as a journal card, but I liked the artwork. So I decided to just put it in the middle as artwork and a pocket on this side. And then because I try not to use outside trash, I try to stick to what the snack trash is. So for my journal card, I took a page out of the India book, out of the original book. I took a page out of that and I just gessoed the inside and made it like a little journal book, a little journaling card with that. And then that just goes in there. So that's usually what I'll do if none of my trash is, I can write on any of my trash or it's not papery, then I'll try to take a page out of the original book. All right, so that was week 30, and technically we are starting the first week of August. Last week was the first week of August, but I am going to put it in here because I have some India snacks still for that week, and so that would be week 31, I believe. Yeah. So week 31 is going to go into July instead of August. And here is my India snacks. This was just candies, and they were like little Coca-Cola candies and like Lifesavers, but Coca-Cola flavored, and they did taste like Coke. I'm not a big fan of Coke. I'm not a big fan of candy, hard candy, but it was good. It was good. I would say 8 out of 10. And this actually is the only papery thing, so this may have to be my journal card, even though it's pretty small. I'll just undo it and write on the back of that, because that's the only thing I think I have that is papery. Everything else is slick. These cookies, I'll get into that, hold on. These cereal balls for making bundi yogurt. So we didn't make bundi yogurt. I don't know what that is. Hubby just ate it like a snack. He liked it. The flavor was really strong flavor-wise and salty, so I didn't really eat it. He did. He has a low blood pressure, so he's encouraged by the doctor to eat more salt. So this was perfect for him. He liked it. I'd say he would probably say about an 8 out of 10. But we didn't even look into what bundi yogurt is. I don't even know. That's something that. Okay, I did eat these. They're from Cadbury, Choco Bakes, chocolate chip cookies. They were, they were okay. They were what you expect from a cookie, like not a fresh baked cookie, kind of like Chips Ahoy, but more chocolatey flavored. I did like these. I would say 8 out of 10. Took me maybe 3 days, over 3 days, or I just ate a couple cookies a day. And then this one, I'll have to look up. I looked up this Jira because before I ate this one, I broke this out and I'm like, because after dinner, I like to have something sweet. So it's usually a piece of chocolate, cookie, whatever. So I'm like, ooh, this one looks good, doesn't it? It looks like a pecan sandy kind of cookie. So I was like, all right. So I opened it up. Has butter. You can see butter down there. And then whatever this is in here. So I said, okay, let me try that. And I took a nice crunchy cookie. What I expected. Flavor was not what I expected. The flavor is savory. It is not sweet at all. So I took a bite after dinner. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is not even sweet at all. And I have to look up the flavor. It is a familiar flavor, a spice, and looking at the ingredients, it doesn't have it on there. But I'll put the name here of what it was. It wasn't cardamom because that was the other one, but it was something similar to that. So yeah, but this was good. It was a good savory cookie, like if you have soup or something, but it just threw me off because it shaped and looks like a cookie. Excuse me. but it was in no way, not even an ounce of sweetness to it. So after I took a bite of that, I'm like, oh no, this is not working for me. I had to open this one and eat that one instead. And I still have these over on the shelf over there. Okay, and then this chocolate, this came actually from Sweden. I got Happy Mail from Leah from Sweden, and she had this in there. And so I opened it up, and we still have some left over, but this is really good. This is like chocolatey, chocolate. Hubby loves this one. So 10 out of 10. Thank you, Leah. She did send me some Happy Mail, and I'm going to share a little bit of it with you. I can't show everything because there's so much. And she packaged it like everything was like individually wrapped in tissue paper with little ribbon. It was so nice. So nice. So beautiful. I really appreciate it. I got this hardcover, which will probably be a future trash journal. Kind of has that look, doesn't it? And then she sent me these, which I'm very interested. Patina Effect Paste from Finnabair. Bayer, I don't know how you pronounce that. But yeah, I'm really excited to use these. So these are I'm actually going to keep out now. So that I remember to use that. I might even use that in my 10-minute background so we can test it and see what it does. And then she also sent me some metallic wax, white gold, which is cool because I don't have white gold. I think I only have silver and gold. And so now I'll have this to add to my wax like that. All right, put that up here with my wax. Oop. She sent me some a die cut set with letters and numbers, and it has like a little ruler over here on the side. Isn't that cute? And then some, I feel like it was a subscription box. So much stuff. Some stamps. Look at that. Cling stamps. Neat, right? Some cling stamps. Some papers. Oh, this is actually looks like true vintage. She'll have to clarify, but this looks like a real vintage. It may be copies, but I don't know. It looks kind of, if it's reproduction, what do you call it? Sorry, hair. They did a good job because you can feel texture on the frame. Look at that. Yeah, I think this is real. So there's some vintage photos in here, which we always need those, especially if we do prompts and stuff. They always call for things like that. And then this one is a bunch of labels, tickets, papers. Look at that. All kinds of goodness in there. Stickers, some translucent stuff. Oh, there's just so much. So much. Look, some coffee dyed. I think she did these, might have done these herself. Isn't that neat? Definitely need to keep these out so that I can, well, I'm going to keep her whole package over here by my desk so I remember to start using some of this. And then some papers. Look at that, some papers. Nice grungy papers to use. She sent me her card, a card with a little note. Look at this. Isn't that cute? This actually, you know what? I'm going to take this off. I'm going to put the card in with my trash journal or my snack journal, but I'm going to take this off and put that probably on another journal. But that way I can remember that she sent me that stuff. And actually, the envelope, instead of using this for my journal card, that will be my journaling. And then she sent me a lot of fabric. And I know why she sent me this. It's like leather and it's orange. And then a whole bunch of fabrics. Isn't that neat? Pink. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It seems like we need to coffee stain this one. And then look at this one. I love that. It's really nice. And then these would be great. This would be great for book covers. It's really, really thick. I need to really get on my sewing machine again too. But isn't that awesome? Oh my God, I feel so spoiled. So spoiled. Thank you so much, Leah. I really do appreciate that cute sticker. I really do appreciate all this. Not only do I appreciate just the physical pieces, the material pieces, just the thought. I mean, the thought that someone thought about you enough to put something together for you. And I'm not good at that. Anyone who has received anything from me, yeah, you're lucky. I just threw it in a box and shipped it. I don't take care. I don't know why. I just, that's just not me, I guess. I just don't do that for some reason. I don't know why, because it's so nice to get it that way. Why wouldn't I give it that way, right? But yeah, I'll just put everything in a box and ship it out and be like, a little note here, I thought about you, like that. And granted, the people I do send stuff to, they do appreciate it, and I know they do, and that's all that matters. But I really need to get better at doing that. And like I've told you before, I've traded I still have to make a B for Brandy. I mean, sorry, Brandy is taking forever. I promised her I'd make her a B like months and months ago. Um, but whenever I do stuff and I send it and then they send me something back, and they always send so much stuff, and I feel guilty for not sending enough stuff with, but I know it doesn't work that way. I know that Happy Mail is Happy Mail. It doesn't matter how much you send as long as you send, something and you thought about that person. I know that, but it still, y'all know, it still makes you feel guilty when the other person takes such care in packaging it up for you, and then you send them just stuff thrown in a box and say, here's your Happy Mail. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, thank you, Leah, so much. Like I said, this came from Sweden, and I really appreciate such wonderful stuff. And this, like I said, I can't wait to try this out. Oh, here's some pictures of what it would look like. Oh, it looks like it looks good on three-dimensional type things. So we'll have to see. We'll have to figure out how to use that. And we'll do that one of our 10-minute pages, I guess. All right, back to the trash though. I'm not going to the flea market today, but I'm not sure if I'll have time to do the page with you guys again, because I do have a lot on my plate for today. As far as yard work and stuff like that is concerned, I do have some more cucumbers that I need to harvest, and I'm like, what do I do with all these cucumbers? So I found out you can freeze cucumbers whole. I saw a video on it, but they don't say, a lot of them just say, oh, to use in smoothies later. And I'm like, well, can you just freeze it and use it like in a salad later, or does that just not work? It may get mushy or something later. I'm not sure, but I am going to have to freeze some of them, because I have like 3 more to harvest, and then things are huge. And we're still working on one of the other 2 that I harvested last week. Okay, so I will make my page, and then I'll come back and share it with you guys if I don't have time to make it with you guys together right now. I have to go out and water the yard before it gets, the sun comes out and it gets too hot. But for the most part, I think the page will be this. It's a pretty good sized page. And then these will all be on there also, like on the inside and everything. And then this will be my journaling. This will be in there as is. I could even journal on the back, but I might journal on the card itself, on the envelope, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll put that in like a flip. The card will be, oh, kind of ripped. I'll have to tape that up. Put it in as a flip. The card will be inside. But I will still, maybe I'll flip it this way and then journal on this side. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. I just gotta fix that up there. All right, and then these will just be decorations. And this I won't need, because I'm gonna go ahead and, I wasn't sure if I was gonna use this whole page or this as the page, or and just use these as decorations, but I think I'll use that as the page. All right, guys, so I will be back in a jiffy. All right, hold tight. All right, you guys, I am back in the house, and I just prepped all the wrappers. I cleaned them, cut them, and now I'm going to put it together. And I thought originally I was going to put the card back in here, but I think I'll just use this as a pocket like this, and have it kind of extend over that way. And then just slide this in like this, because I realize on the inside she has this little piece that I can journal on. So this will be my journaling card, because I don't have much to talk about this week. I don't think. If I do, I can always just put more on the back of that. Yeah, so I'm just going to start taping everything down. And I'll just fast forward everything, but I'm just going to tape everything the way I'm going to set it up. Okay, all right. Fast forward, and I'm going to shut up. Right, here we are. That was a nice, easy one. We have our reason. Is it reason or reisen? It'd be reason if it was German because the E is second, but I don't know in Swedish. Reisen? Reason? All right. Anyway, I pronounce it reason, and that's my page. And then when we open it up, we have the card from Leah. That'll remind me of all the cool stuff she sent me. And then I will also journal on this card. And then we have our little snacks here and here. And I still have to rank them. And I still need to put down the sticker for the date or the week, which is 31. So I'll do that now. But that's it. And then we'll just, oh, you know what I need to do? I need to sew it into here. The card's going to stick out a little bit, but that's okay. I don't mind. All right. So I will sew that into there and then start making August's journal. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me today for Trash Talk. Sorry I didn't have such an interesting week. Just taking hubby to his doctor appointments and going grocery shopping. That was the excitement. Oh, and I am in the market for a new car. So I am looking into that. So I'm thinking a Honda, the hybrid Honda CRV, I think it is. They've got pretty good ranking online at like 10 out of 10, and or the Hyundai, which got 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10. So I do want to get like a hybrid, like half gas, half battery or electrical, whatever, just because of the way I see the future going. If there's any laws or anything made here in the state of California, I want to make sure I'm already set up to be within the guidelines. So I think that's the way I need to go. And I'm still keeping my tracker. That'll be my little golf cart for around town. But yeah, so I'll let you guys know if I make that commitment. I really don't want to because I don't want car payments, but I have to. We need a dependable ride to get us where we need to go, especially if it's really important stuff to take care of. So anywho, enough of that. If you guys have any recommendations, please comment below. If you have, I know Kristen told me about the Ford Fusion, I believe it was. She likes, so I am open for discussion on other options that might be good. I just went online and looked at the top ranking hybrid SUVs or crossovers, not really a SUV. All right, well, my neighbor is doing something noisy in the backyard over there. I'm going to go be nosy and check out what he's doing. All right. I'll see y'all next week or tomorrow on our 10-minute challenge. Wait, before I forget. Seek, Gather, Create starts today. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I might, only because I did the one earlier in the year and I feel like I need to finish, like complete the year and then maybe not do it next year. I'm on the fence right now. I don't know. It didn't help that pink was one of the prompts for today. So that kind of like, meh. But I might still do it. I don't know yet. And then Scrappy 8 challenge are for August. The prompt is Winged Warrior. So if you guys are doing that, that's the prompt. I got to think of what to do there. And then I think that's it. I was going to tell you it's just those two things, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, see y'all tomorrow on the 10-minute Essence of Time challenge. Just